What's up, guys? I'm Crystal Lee Naomi, aka Jasmine Borders on Tyler Perry's Sisters. Be sure to subscribe to the Haves and the Have-Nots review for not only reviews on the Haves and the Have-Nots, but also on Sisters. And while you're at it, give your girl a follow on Instagram at Crystal Lee Naomi. And I'll see you every Wednesday at 9, only on BET.
All right, Sisters fans, hope everybody's doing well. Please take a moment to hit like, hit subscribe, hit the bell icon and select all. That way you don't miss out whenever I post content on the channel. And follow me on social media. Links are in the description below. Now, I promise this will be the last Bonnet affiliated video related to the Sistas crew and their speech during the BET Awards last weekend. But I just wanted to do a separate video to pretty much, put the word out for a Bonnet episode. Now, season 3 obviously has already been filmed, and season 4, we don't have an announcement yet of the show being renewed for season 4, but I figured why not throw the idea out there, since it's something a lot of people have been talking about, and in the next season have a Bonnet related or head wrap episode. And just here are some brief ideas that can be utilized for an episode to focus on something like that, due to the fact that Tyler Perry is no stranger to adding real world events or topics into the writing of his scripts. Like, for example, if you watch The Assisted Living, Mr. Brown mentioned, and you need to build a wall, to keep those cats out, and they'll pay for it because they judge you. And you can tell that was kind of a, jab at the Trump wall and everything. So just to put it in perspective, Andy and Fatima work at a law firm, and let's say they have a new client who's a female, and maybe she needs some form of representation to sue her job for violating their dress code by wearing a bonnet to work. Something along the lines of, I want to sue because I feel like I shouldn't have been, reprimanded or fired because I wasn't fully professionally dressed. Now, I know that sounds ridiculous, but I feel like some form of a discrimination lawsuit could be utilized with the bonnet. Let's say it doesn't have to be super serious, like this woman worked at a Fortune 500 company or something like that, because that would just be over the top ridiculous. But let's just say it's somebody who wore a bonnet in like a general store or something like that, like a Dollar General or a Walmart-esque establishment. That way it's like, well, I had a shirt on, I had shoes, but you tell me because I had a bonnet I couldn't run in there to get some milk for my baby or get some bread or something along those lines. So I could see that actually happening. And not to mention, these are black women, so I feel like that would be an interesting storyline. I feel like if there was a, hey, this is the most likely scenario to happen, we have Monique, who is mentioning how she would see so many black women in airports with the bonnets and PJs on. Danny and Zach work at an airport. That could be an easy storyline to write in. Not to mention, with Danny being an over-the-top character, sort of like Nikki Parker and the Parkers to an extent, you could have, one or two black women just in the airport with the bonnets or whatever on, and let's say there's a parody character of Monique, or let's just say an older woman who comes up to them and tries to tell them that they should be ashamed for wearing those in public, and then have Danny roll up. It would make more sense for Danny, instead of Zach, to do this. Have Danny roll up and kind of defend those women. And then in the other scenario, Karen owns a salon, so obviously it wouldn't be out of the ordinary to have head wrap or bonnet wearing women in the establishment. But let's say there's a bit of a line to get to the final chair. So let's say one of these women's with the bonnet on say, hey, let me go run an errand, I'll be right back. Okay, so they go to the bank where Sabrina and Maurice and Jacoby works. And if you want kind of the low tier, hey, instead of having a bonnet episode, Tyler actually writes bonnets into the series. Let's just say that there's a customer at the bank with a bonnet on. Or at the airport, instead of somebody causing a ruckus, you see a couple of black people or black women in the airport in pajamas or a bonnet. That way it's like, it doesn't have to be a bonnet focused episode. It could kind of be a wink and a nod to the camera to let viewers know, yo, Tyler, the girls are sisters, they rock with the public bonnet wearers. So it's like, it doesn't have to be a big deal. It doesn't even have to be mentioned. It could just be showing black women in everyday activities wearing their bonnets out in public. So that's pretty much my 2 cents on it. I mean, it would be funny if it happened, because I could look back and be like, yo, I said that, and then it's actually on screen. But with that being said, let me know your thoughts. Do you think there should be a bonnet focused episode? Do you think it's just a ridiculous thing that doesn't need to be mentioned? But then again, Sistas has been known to be a bit ridiculous at times, and I mean, hey, this bonnet thing is a big deal, just saying. But with that being said, feel free to donate to the channel if you would like on PayPal or Cash App. And with that being said, I'll talk to you soon.